Cheney. Well, he elects to move it in. Drops it off. Henderson to the glass. And a foul.
Good move. Nice play by Chris Reynolds on the steal.
That's on Tower. His fourth.
Ellis gets the rebound, even makes a pass fake, and Reynolds is still able to recover from the pass fake. Great steal. Good heads-up play.
Russell will replace Tower, and so Notre Dame now will be handicapped in height, although Russell appears to be a pretty good size at 6'7". Tower at 6'11", just is more imposing with those extra 4 inches.
Bigger and more experience. You replace a senior with a freshman. That's tough to do.
Henderson, a little bit off his scoring, only 4 points in the first half, but in defense of him did not play extensively in the first half. Second shot is right on target.
Indiana now has their largest lead of the night of 24 points. Crucial part of the game.
47-23. 16 minutes left. To Russell. Sweet. Good move. Good move by Sweet. Excellent move.
Very good one-on-one move. Something Coach McLeod told me about Damon before the game. He's very good with the ball and creating something one-on-one.
Anderson outside. Oh, that was right on target, but a little bit short. Here's Bennett as they get the conversion game going. Oh, on the line as Chris Reynolds made just another great hand slap of the ball and tried to make the save. 15:32 left to play. Indiana with the 47-25 lead, and we'll be back after these messages.
The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
Hello, friends. Alan Purnell here. I want to make a point to you about water and country sausage. You know a good garden needs lots of water to make it grow. Good country sausage doesn't need water. It needs to be made from the ham, shoulders, loins, and bacon, and seasoned with all natural spices. When you buy country sausage, check the ingredients. Here's ours, no water added. Some brands are watered down. Don't buy water. Buy real country sausage. Get Purnell's Old Folks, 'cause it's good.
You take me back to that feeling. Remember that great feeling of rolling down the road knowing your car is safe and running right? Your professional automotive technician wants you to keep that great feeling. That's why more and more of America's top professionals are installing top-quality CarQuest parts. You depend on them to fix your car right the first time, and they depend on CarQuest for their parts. And CarQuest keeps us rolling down the road.
The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
We talked about LaFonso Ellis and his great shot-blocking abilities, Steve.
Great shot blocker. He's the Notre Dame career shot block leader. He missed 7 games as a sophomore in the entire second half of his junior year. So to do that and be the leading shot blocker in Notre Dame history with the few games he's played is an amazing stat.
And that graphic self-explanatory from last Tuesday against Butler. Notre Dame will have the ball. Bennett will be the trigger man. Indiana with a lot of overplay, but Bennett does get it. And back out it comes to Ellis. Good move of the ball. Russell misses the shot, and it's going to be out of bounds, lost off the hands of Calvert Cheney. Just a moment here. You know, Indiana's free throw shooting is 69% to 67 for Notre Dame. Free throw shooting was always a forte of yours. You realized that you'd have a good chance of getting at least a third, maybe half of your points sometimes at the line.
Well, I still feel like it's the most important part of the game, no matter what level you're playing at. If you don't hit your free throws, if you don't get the line and make good at the free throw line, you're not going to win a lot of games, especially the big games. And Indiana's got to do a much better job, but once they get to the free throw line, making sure they convert on the free throws.
Boy, look at Henderson blocking that out of bounds. It's going to be Indiana ball. Bob Knight wanted a foul. Well, I can remember one Indiana game. Indiana has substitutions, Meeks, Bailey, and Notre back in. I can remember one game Indiana had. You'd been on the road. I think you'd missed 2 free throws in a row. and you came in here and you conned the student manager to stay with you until after everything's over, turned the lights on, and you shot 500 free throws. I don't know that there's that kind of dedication anymore.
No, there's probably not. And I've seen a lot of kids through the camp at Franklin over the course of the summer, and there's not that kind of discipline and dedication to foul shooting. It's the most important part of the game. I think kids get a little lax with their dedication and discipline when they go to the free throw line. That's why you don't see a lot of good foul shooters.
Well, obviously, I think team-wise, any team across the nation, if they were to have a combined free throw shooting percentage of 75%, would consider that very good. Turnaround by Calvert Cheney. I'll tell you, he works so well to either side of the basket now. He put that up with his left hand, but he shoots well with his right now. Ellis. Well, Indiana doing a good job of sagging back on the Fonz. There he is
good
again.
Defensive pressure.
Turn around, Joe Ross off his hand, Indiana ball.
I really feel for Ellis. I can just see what's going through his mind. Would one of you guards please hit a jump shot? They've got to hit some jump shots to open up some things for Alfonso if he's going to be able to operate inside. He's got 2 or 3 guys on him because Indiana has confidence that Notre Dame can't hit the outside shot.
Meeks on the give and go, hard off the glass. He just lost the ball going up.
Good cut.
Here's Bennett. Taylor out of bounds, and it will go to the Irish.
Notre Dame's really struggling with their shooting from the field. It's tough to win on the road, especially in Assembly Hall, if you don't shoot the basketball well.
Push. That goes against Indiana. Notre. Matt was probably just beaten to the spot a little bit there and picks the foul.
Had the foul to get himself out of it.
Williams is back in. Jason replaces Sweet. Sweet, who has been averaging 23 points, had 23 against Butler, leaves with but 7.
Indiana's done a good job of keeping him out of the flow of the game. Once he gets on a flow, he's kind of a streak player. When he gets on a streak, he can be very tough to stop.
Indiana playing its defensive positions or its defensive rules pretty well here.
Another moving screen.
It's against Joe Ross. His second foul.
Really, that stems from what Notre Dame has to go through at this end of the floor. When you have to continually fight screens, it's frustrating. And then you go to the other end and you try to take it out offensively and you get caught for moving screens.
Nova was looking for someone else, wanted to shoot, he elected not to, then finally put it up for his second field goal.
As long as it goes in, it's a good decision.
Williams, Ellis, it's out of range out there. Nova doing a good job, picks the dribble up, and there's some good overplay by Meeks, knocking the ball out of bounds. That brings the coach up, Bob Knight.
Good defensive pressure from Indiana.
Ross. Taylor. Indiana with a lot of white shirts around that rebound. Here's Bailey. And he tries to take it right through a maze of blue. Ellis for the 2.
Very good catch on the break by Ellis.
Henderson.
Cut by Damon.
Bailey. No foul. I think Greg Graham will be coming in here again in a moment. We have a block against Indiana. And that'll be against Calvert Cheney, his first foul. Let's watch this again.
Good dribble move. Just caught Calvert sliding a little too slow. Tough call. Could have gone either way. Usually goes the offense in cases like that.
So Graham replaces Bailey for Indiana at the 12:46 mark. Back to Ellis, to Joe Ross. 51-27. Indiana with command of this game. 24-point lead.
Notre Dame needs some good possessions.
Bennett fakes the 3. Here's the steal. Good anticipation by Graham. And the slam dunk.
Great play by Greg Graham. It's about the 4th time tonight he's made a defensive deflection and converted it to the other end for Indiana. Great play, and the crowd's back in it.
to Ross. Notre Dame just has to put something together. Ross. And we have a jump ball. Possession goes to Notre Dame. Cozen.
It's got to be frustrating for Coach McLeod. I think it's a good offensive principle. They've just done a tough job of hitting the outside jump shot tonight. Another wide open 16, 17-foot jump shot that just doesn't go down. Fight for the rebound, held ball situation.
Carl Cozen, the lineup, 6'6" sophomore from Oak Lawn, Illinois, for the Irish. Seeing some action tonight. To Ellis, 3 on the way, and that's right on target by Elmer Bennett.
Much needed jump shot to go down for Notre Dame. It only takes 2 or 3 of those to open things up for Ellis.
Right, a little arm check there. Graham backed it out. Now Meeks. Cheney for 3. Yeah!
Great cut. He read his man perfectly. His man went on the under part of the screen. Anytime he does that, you flare to the corner.
Won't go, but a foul on Jamal as a little bit too much speed there, and Jamal couldn't slide quickly enough. Picks up personal, number 1.
His first personal, the team's 3rd.
Jamal, a senior, certainly would like to go out and find style with all his contributions he's making assist-wise. And now Damon is going to be checking back in. I just had to sit down there for a minute to be told that move with the ball that he made into the paint wasn't too smart.
Just a small lecture.
Yeah, just a small one. Nover sits down.
Meeks does an awfully good job of working very hard with his game. I think does the best job as far as doing floor leadership as anybody else on the team. Maybe him and Chris Reynolds. Meeks is a tough competitor. He does not like to lose. Those are always good kids to have on your team.
Meeks sees the whole floor and he sees opportunities. 7th point, 6th and 7th for Elmer Bennett. We have a timeout, 11:21 left to play. Indiana 56-32. Back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Sports Network.
I really need a car I can depend on. We needed a comfortable car, but we also wanted something that would be safe. Well, our Lumina Euro came standard with anti-lock brakes, but it was a real expensive option on the Ford Taurus.
Which makes your only real option Chevy Lumina. With cashback and option packages, you can save up to $1,300 only at your local Chevy dealer.
The car was right, the deal was right. Lumina's the one.
Waiting too long to get something you've politely asked for can be frustrating. So at the Merchants National Companies, we get back to you by the next business day or sooner on any consumer loan request. Or give you this, $10 for helping us improve your service. It's our way of making sure you get the response you need when you need it. Life's tough enough. You shouldn't have to beg. A greenback guarantee from the Merchants National Companies. Nobody makes banking easier.
Well, you know, shortness of breath, chest pain. Well, my regular doctor sent me to the Indiana Heart Institute. I've never felt more cared for. My family doctor, my cardiologist, the surgeon, my heart team.
It was chest pain, but I was embarrassed to go to the Heart Institute. I did, though. It wasn't a heart attack, but the doctor said it was a warning.
Christmas Day, I called Dad's doctor about the symptoms, and he met us at St. Vincent. Great people. They also cared about us.
Thanks, Doc.
There it is, 56-32 and the time remaining. Our next televised game here on the Raycom Sports Network will be in the Indiana Classic, and that will be Indiana versus Boston University. It will be the first game probably at 7 o'clock on Friday night. And we'll have more to tell you about that and other games coming up here involving Indiana in just a minute or two. Bailey underneath on a nice cut by Jamal Meeks.
Good cut by Meeks and just a great pass by Bailey. His lecture paid off.
58-32. Here's the steal. No
Great
foul.
pressure defense. Good hustle by Cozen.
And they let him scrap for it. 1st and 10. Just about 6 feet over the 10-second line. Speaking of 1st and 10, Indiana will face Baylor in the 3rd Copper Bowl, December 31st in Tucson. Tickets are available at the Athletic Ticket Office. There's an 800 number, 1-800-662-6873. The IU Alumni Association also has air and land tour packages available, and you can call 1-800-553-5527 for that information. Indiana making the move. Meeks. Cheney guarded by Ross. And Ross just is not quick enough to handle Cheney. The basket will count by Anderson. And the foul is against Notre Dame. And I believe Ellis. No, it's not. It's Bennett. Both Ellis and Bennett were there. And Bennett picks up personal number 2.
It's just an outstanding hustle move on part of Anderson's part. Cheney misses a shot, tough scramble, loose ball. He picks it up, converts the play, and gets the foul. Another missed free throw.
60-32. It's a 28-point margin for Indiana. They're not letting the pressure up one bit. Bennett. Good move on Bailey. Cheney steps over to stop the baseline drive. They're still playing a game with Bennett. Ellis underneath as Bennett hits for 3. Ellis had moved into good offensive rebounding position.
1-3-1 zone, half-court trap now by Notre Dame. First time we've seen that. Trying to change the tempo of the game.
Drive. Cheney. Off the glass. No. And the rebound to Ellis.
Exactly what that defense is there for. Quick shot. Quick, tough shot. Tough shot for Cheney to hit.
Where against the 1-3-1, where does the entry pass come, Steve?
I like attacking it with the 2-guard front because then you're attacking it against a point man.
Okay.
That man has to penetrate and draw the second line. Then I think the baseline's always wide open. Cheney was open there for the jump shot, passed it up and created a tougher shot for him. Baseline's open. Greg Graham.
Bennett's 5th point. Oh,
there's where he's open.
And there's the foul.
Against a 1-3-1, you've always got to be conscious when you catch the ball, turn, face the basket, and then you've got a 3-on-1 situation. Greg Graham's open weak side. Anderson misses him, goes to Cheney, a little slow, then delivering it to Greg Graham. As soon as Anderson got the ball, if he had looked opposite, Greg Graham was wide open for a dunk.
Russell is back in for Notre Dame. LaFons Ellis, Zoe, the Fonz. And Bailey goes up, draws another foul.
Good strong move, uses his body very well.
And that's the 2nd consecutive foul against Ellis.
It's hard for young kids to understand. You get in a situation like that, you at least want to get out of it with getting to the free throw line. You go through all that work, get banged around, don't leave empty-handed, at least get to the free throw line where you have a chance to do something positive.
The advantage that Bailey has when he's down low like that is that he has such strong legs. He can get up so well, and if he can put the ball fake and the shot fake up to just pull the man slightly out of position where he can get an entry with his hands, he can go right through it.
Exactly. Very strong legs and does an excellent job. We call them instincts in basketball, of instinctively feeling the guy next to him and making sure he draws the contact. Contact always results in fouls.
First 2 points for Bailey. Bennett. Good adjustment by Indiana. John Ross.
Good defense by Anderson.
And look at Meeks to Bailey. Off the glass for 2.
Very nice play by Meeks. Good heads-up play. Saw Bailey streaking down the floor. Timeout for the day.
John McLeod says we have to talk it over at the 8:46 mark. 64-37 Indiana. Back after these messages.
There's a person in your hometown you should know. You might find him sitting across your neighbor's kitchen table. Maybe you'll see her at the hardware store doing business with the same local merchants you do. Or he might be climbing a ladder at a local construction site. One place you're sure to find him is your hometown Farm Bureau Insurance Office, providing auto, home, and life insurance to families just like yours.
Your Farm Bureau Insurance agent can protect your auto, your home, and your life. He's a good person to know.
The grandkids are coming over this afternoon, so Sally is making her special homemade ice cream. It's a closely guarded family recipe using only the finest, freshest ingredients. Sure, doing things the old-fashioned way does take a little extra time, but it's worth it. Because it keeps the precious little darlings away from her Edie's almond praline. Edie's. Evidently, it's not your normal almond praline.
So I'm doing my sound check.
Hello.
And I hear this woman's voice.
Crunch that last chord. I'll show you.
She grabbed the guitar.
And then she started rocking. No, I mean rocking. You're pretty good. Not.
Someone that hot deserves something this cold. Suddenly, I remember this was a bud spot.
I like your style.
64-37. Time remaining 8 minutes, 46 seconds. Look at this hookup.
Great step in by Eric Anderson. He created that turnover, knocked the ball away to Meeksy. Looks up floor to Damon. Great play.
Indiana is playing with some intensity. That's a little bit longer than what we've seen before, and a good example there.
Notre Dame shooting the ball a little bit better, up to 43% this half. Here's the big story, I think, in the game. Notre Dame with 16 turnovers, Indiana with just 4.
Well, their 17th turnover is they can't get it in. Indiana ball. John McLeod inheriting a lot of players, and of course, you talked to him before the game. He'd like to play man-to-man all season if he could. I think he recognizes he probably can't, but he has been showing man. Now he still shows some zone here.
I think he wants to stay with man, develop his own system, man-to-man pressure all over the floor, create an up-tempo game, which Notre Dame's usually been a slow-tempo team, playing a lot of zones.
We have a foul that's going to send Greg Graham to the line. It's against Notre Dame. And 30, Billy Taylor has picked up his second personal.
But an inexperienced team like Notre Dame playing man-to-man is very difficult to do when you're playing against a team like Indiana, the way they run the motion offense.
Todd Lindeman will be checking in for Indiana, seeing his first action. First free throw is missed on the 1-and-1. Here's Bennett on the conversion. Loose ball picked up by Reynolds.
Good pass.
And a foul. And how do you call that? The basket was missed. He was going for the stuff. Malik with his third personal. I don't believe the hand got in the way of the shot. But,
good play by Chris Reynolds. Just a dribble that's lost. Picks it up. Makes a good judgment play, hitting Cheney on the break.
Russell's third personal. Cheney's 17th, 19th point. Averaging 13.5 through the UCLA and Butler games.
I know when I played, I had certain teams that I really enjoyed playing against. I think Reynolds really enjoys playing against Notre Dame. His freshman year, he had 14 points, 7 assists, and 5 steals, and he's got those kind of assist-steal ratios tonight, I believe. He's played very good floor game.
Taylor gives it up. Coy game being played over there on the side by Bennett and Reynolds, and Elmer Bennett gets the better of it by 2.
Bennett's done a good job in the second half of hitting the open jump shot. Again, the 1-3-1 half-court trap, trying to create some chaos from Indiana.
Henderson will pull up and score.
Excellent baseline move off the dribble. Good concentration with the hand in your face to hit the jump shot.
Russell with a Cheney all over the court tonight, forces the bad pass along with Greg Graham, and another costly turnover for the Irish.
That was all Calvin Cheney. Good defensive pressure on a forward, doesn't like to handle the ball out front.
Cheney's played well. Lindeman relieves him at the 7:17 mark. I doubt if we'll see Calvert Cheney anymore. He finishes with 19 points. Henderson wanted to shoot. That's pretty good freshman control there. Bailey, 3!
Very nice ball movement out of Indiana.
Now, you know, you stop to think about it. You got a big kid, 6'10", that's left alone that far away from the basket after one pass. You'd want to shoot.
Probably learned something from the seniors in practice.
Bennett to the line. Short. Comes Bailey. Blocked away. There's that long outstretched arm of LaFonso Ellis.
Good pass. Good pass by Bailey. Reynolds has got to know when you're going up against a great shot blocker, you've got to make contact.
Boyer and Gilmore in for the Irish, who trail 70-39 at the 6.5-minute mark. Lindeman gives it up and goes away. Here's Henderson looking for something inside. Now Lindeman back for the ball.
Good ball movement. Lindeman's a big body. He has to learn to use his body better and go in and really headhunt for screens.
Henderson. Oh, that was down in the well and out. Knocked away from the blind side by Reynolds. But it'll be Irish ball.
Good hands by Chris. Chris really does a good job of using his ability, his quickness, and his aggressiveness on defense.
6 minutes remaining. Indiana's record will now go to 2-1. Near line violation by Notre Dame. Give and go. And there's a travel. That happens so many times when the cut is made too close to the ball.
Notre Dame's 21st turnover to Indiana's 4. It's really the story of the whole basketball game. The guards from Indiana just giving fits to the Notre Dame guards.
The important thing for those of you, again, who that's off the rim, no good by Bailey. He followed the temperature of the Indiana bench all the time. Bob Knight in these next 5.5 minutes wants to see the same kind of intensity that he did at the first of the game.
Definitely. He doesn't expect anything with the game not in doubt now. He doesn't expect anything to taper off.
Foul against Indiana. Greg Graham's first.
This is a good experience for Notre Dame to play Indiana in your second game of the season with the type of team Indiana has, with a new coach in John McLeod and a new system trying to be installed. It's a good test for your kids. I think it'll help them come later part of the season.
It's only the 4th foul against Indiana in the second half. Here's Boyer. Bounces inside. Gilmore. And Ellis lets it fly. Graham, with his leaping ability, takes it right away from Taylor.
Good heads up
Bailey
play
for
by
three. Now he wasn't ready for that shot. But look at him chase it down.
Good heads up play by Bailey. Missed a shot, but instead of hanging his head, he made up for it and got the offensive rebound. Good move.
Oh, that's a little bit too hard off the glass. Underneath to Ellis. That's a good feed on the conversion. The transition game for Notre Dame working there, and Indiana takes time out. We have 4:43 left to play. 70-41's the score. We'll be back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Sports Network.
The Select Purchase credit card from First of America is doing some amazing things. It's been known to cure headaches. It can improve a person's hearing. And it can cause weight loss. Even more amazing, there are no payments and no interest for 90 days. Then you get a low interest rate later. Select Purchase from First of America. It can even make a heart skip a beat.
Hang on. Hello. Hey, it's me. How'd I know it was you? Magic.
With revenues down, we need action.
I can't deal with this. I can't function. I'm so depressed.
Bill, we can't afford this.
I'm failing everybody. What about home? What's happening?
The St. Vincent Stress Center. From youth to seniors, from day or evening sessions to 24-hour care, we've always been there for you. The healing touch of St. Vincent has been the answer in thousands of lives. Call the Stress Center.
Well, kids are back on campus now after the Thanksgiving vacation, and they're being treated to A fine lesson here tonight is Indiana taking the scheme of its offense and defense against the Irish and playing pretty sound game with 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Indiana blew it open in the first half, in the final 3 minutes and 35 seconds of the first period, outscoring the Irish 13-0 before Notre Dame could counter with a basket just before the end and before the intermission. Hoosiers with the ball, right down at Bailey's feet, and reverses it to Leary, who lets 3 go. Air ball, back up, and a foul. And Gilmore got the arm of Greg Graham, so Greg will go to the line to shoot 2.
Todd wasn't quite ready. He didn't have his feet quite ready to shoot this three-pointer. It's tough coming off the bench for your first shot to be a three-pointer. Wasn't quite ready.
Coach has a piece of paper out right now explaining something to Leary. That piece of paper might be a decoy. What do you think, huh?
It's hard telling, Chuck.
Good balance scoring for Indiana. Cheney leading the team with 19. Graham has 13. 14 from Eric Anderson. Look at the free throws.
23-6, 24-6 now in free throws attempted. You just can't win many games, if any games, when there's that big a differential to foul line. This was a key for Notre Dame, and they didn't get the job done tonight.
Ross came down and put the muscle into Lindeman. Lindeman stood his ground. Goes in. There's Gilmore. Misses right off the shoulder of Lindeman. He's playing pretty scrappy out there right now. Whistle and over the back. The foul is going to be called against Kozan. Carl Kozan.
Good block out by Bailey.
And they make the long walk.
Notre Dame fans will just have to be patient. Guarantee Coach McLeod will have a good system. He's a very good coach, and he knows what he's doing. It just takes time, especially at this level, and the teams that he has to compete against this year, and the floors and why they have to go on the road. It's very, very tough. It's going to be a tough season, but they're young. They're going to learn. It takes 2 or 3 seasons to get your system installed.
Well, Steve, I'll tell you something. I'm looking out there at the Notre Dame players right now. I admire each of them because even the bench over here with the way that they have suffered in this game, their heads are up. They're not, they're not hanging over. They're watching the action. And I'll tell you something, with a good coach, those players are watching and learning.
It's a tough transition, not only for the coaching staff, but for the players, because the players are used to a certain system, and now another coach comes in and puts in his own system. That's tough to adjust to.
Knocked away into the hands of Lindeman. Indiana with another steal. Another turnover by the Irish.
Indiana's just done an excellent job with hand and defensive pressure all night.
Bailey looks, finds Leary. 3.5 minutes left. See a little ball control come back in as Reynolds has come up off the bench. He'll check back in. Leary. Reverses it past Henderson.
Good.
Give to Bailey. Oh, that's a great pass. And with that basket, the score now 76-41. Time for this 76-point reminder from your local 76 dealers who invite you to go with the spirit of 76. Offensive foul. Gives the ball back to Indiana. Bailey has 11 now.
Another tough Irish turnover. Majority of their turnovers have been ball handling mistakes tonight. Good game by Greg Graham.
Graham sits down with 14 points, tying Eric Anderson, who is also on the bench for runner-up honors.
Greg did an excellent job tonight, causing havoc defensively.
Bailey started slowly, and he's up to 11 now, Steve. And a whistle. And a back-end foul called on Lindeman. He's not afraid to mix it up.
He's young, and he's going to get better. He's a big body. He's a strong kid. Something he's going to have to learn is learn how to screen and who to screen and when to screen. Because once he does that, he can be a very good screener.
76-41, 2:49 left to play. And Indiana will prepare itself now for the upcoming Bank One Classic at the Hoosier Dome this coming Saturday against Kentucky. The Wildcats, who are strong this year, and Indiana will have to have its game going.
Ought to be a good contest. I know Rick Pitino's got to be upset with the way his team played at home against Pittsburgh.
Turnaround by Henderson. That's too hard. Lindeman lets it go right through his arm, but he was hooked by Gilmore, I believe, which is part of the reason why he couldn't get his hands up. Nope, they call it on Lindeman. Their two arms were together, and Sam Licklider calls it on Lindeman. Good call. There, incidentally, are still some seats available for the Bank One Classic at the Dome, and you can pick them up by contacting the Hoosier Dome ticket office. Suggestion would be to stop down there in person. Williams gets Reynolds off his feet. Another shot goes awry, and here's Leary to Chris.
Good back pick then by Lindeman.
Turn around. Nope, won't go. Fouls his own shot, commits the foul. Number 3.
I think the officials got Lindeman's number. They won't let him move.
Personal foul, Indiana, number 15 on Lindeman. His third personal.
But Todd's in a learning process, obviously. Now there's the shot. Now let's watch. Ross goes for the ball. There's the foul, right over the shoulder.
It's one of the tough things to learn as a young kid. You make a mistake, miss the jump shot, your only instinct then is to go after. It's tough not to make that foul.
1 minute, 45 seconds left. John Ross at the line, just 2 points tonight. Adds the free throw. Very much impressed by the way Ellis played in the face of the overbalance against him tonight.
Ellis is a good player. Just doesn't have a lot of help from the outside if they're not hitting jump shots, because anytime a team's not hitting jump shots, you can play the defensive post a lot harder.
Full court pressure and the block goes against Kozan.
Personal foul, Notre Dame, number 15, Carl Kozan. His second personal.
So the sophomore from Oakland, Illinois, picks up personal number 2. And we'll send Indiana to the line. While Chris Reynolds readies, let me remind you again, Baylor and Indiana square off in the Copper Bowl New Year's Eve at 8 o'clock. Tickets are available through the IU ticket office, 1-800-662-6873. And the Alumni Association has its air and land tours available. Those packages, you can contact another 800 number. This would be 800-553-5527.
Good pass
to Reynolds, and we'll go back to the line.
Very good pass by Damon.
Personal foul, Notre Dame, number 15, Brooks Boyer.
Boyer with the foul.
Good outlet.
That pass.
Damon sees him right away, makes the pass early. Chris does a good job of drawing the contact. Now he goes to the line, trying to be rewarded for the nice move.
Chris has had his problems. He finds his rhythm, then loses it at the line.
He's had some mechanical problems with his release. He's got a little hitch up towards the top. They've been working. I know the coaching staff's been working very hard at getting the hitch out of there, and it's something he's going to have to learn to do. If he learns to become a good shooter, he'll be an excellent player.
Well, Lindeman tries to chase it down, in turn knocks down Jason Williams, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Notre Dame will bring it up. 77-43, less than a minute and a half to play. Boyer guarded by Reynolds.
You can always put a player at the foul line to see what kind of shooter they are.
Ross back outside to Williams for 3. No. And the big long arms of Alan Henderson pick it up, and off the leg of Todd Leary it goes, but it was deflected, and so it's going to be Notre Dame ball.
I know Coach Ron Felly in particular has worked very hard with Chris's shot, and it's come a long way this fall. Chris knows he's got a problem with the shooting. He's worked very hard at it, and it's improved immensely since the beginning of the season.
Well, that's one of the reasons why the coach early had opted to redshirt.
Exactly. Wanted to give him a year to work on his shooting, but he's too good for this team. He's probably their sole leader on the floor, him and Jamal Meeks, and I think it really hurt Coach in his leadership role when he was without him at UCLA.
Leary off the feed. Lindeman goes for the ball, deflects it into the hands of Reynolds, who has it blocked away, and Chris goes back to the line. The intensity hasn't let up. And that in itself is an encouraging sign with 33 seconds left.
I know the point's been driven in, and I'm sure the players with Indiana are pleased that they've come back with 2 consistent halves.
And he moved moved up to the line. His motion was a little smoother that time, and probably the pace was up a little bit.
I think he realized what he does. He just needs to do it more consistently. There was a little hitch at the top. He won out of his last 4.
Outside, Boyer lets it fly. No good. And Reynolds up. Has it taken away by Ross. Boyer will fire again, and he scores the 3 this time. Brooks Boyer hits Pater. 10 seconds. And intended for Bailey. It's up to Boyer. An easy 2 for. Oh, he missed it. And the buzzer sounds to end this game. A gratifying victory. 2 pretty well balanced halves for Indiana and a nightmare for Notre Dame. As John McLeod will take his boys back to